How we doing? How is everyone doing? Hope everyone is doing well. I am not joined today by my co-host, or at least I would expect to. This was pretty impromptu, and didn't expect him. I mean, he could join if he wanted, but I highly doubt that will happen. At least, live. Maybe I'll see him in chat. But if you're watching this, like if you're watching like the video, saw the clickbait genius I am, not really, but if you're just watching this, then I am going to be practicing for fantasy football. I think this will be my first real like just trying to get position my chair. A little awkward here, but this will be my first real mock draft. I know I've made videos about fantasy football and I make those sound authoritative and things like that. The truth of the matter is I've barely done any studying as far as that goes. I just kind of watch videos and I'm just like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. So we will do a mock draft. Um, and with that said, I don't know if anyone else is going to join. Uh, Someone claimed that they would, but we'll see if it falls through. Go here. There we go. So I'm going to name it. I mean, football for fun mock draft. Here, we'll do it like this. It's funny to misspell, right? We'll do a snake draft, PPR, and we'll do 10 teams, 2 minutes. I think it sounds good. Now we'll do give us 60 seconds. I think our football for fun fantasy draft will be 60 seconds. So 60 seconds per pick. And if and when the CPU drafts, it'll just be automated. Um oh yeah, draft order. Yeah, let's save those changes. I think I can just make mine random. Oh wow. I made it random. Like you can rewatch. I made it random. I have the first overall pick. Okay, very interesting. I think roster settings, yeah, we'll just do looks good. One quarterback, two running backs, two receivers, tight end, flex, two flexes. That's fine. Kicker, defense. Okay, great. Nice. I think we are all set to go. Um, so this is a good tutorial. If you have the first overall pick, I think with the first overall pick, you can do a number of things. For me, I'm realistically thinking if I am drafting first overall, I really think there are three, maybe four players I would consider. Um, I would consider Saquon Barkley and Bijan Robinson as my running backs. I think a lot of people might be riding the Saquon train high from last year. Although I think a lot of people are actually kind of going to temper expectations. I think Bijan's going to explode. So I would probably take Bijan at number one. I also would consider going Jamar Chase. Not exactly sure it's necessary. I feel like he might have a little bit of a down year just compared to what he was at this time last year. But also, if I really think about strategically, I mean, if I take a running back or a receiver here, then my next projected pick will be okay. Bucky Irving could be here. Y'all know how much I love Bucky Irving, but there are any receivers. I mean, Lad McConkey. So maybe I go receiver actually, and just like take Bucky Irving or Josh Jacobs or something like that. Um, I mean, Jamar Chase seems like the flashy pick, but I kind of want to be practical because I could also go. Oh, I'll also have back-to-back picks. I forgot about that. So I'll be able to go potentially Bijan, and then I will go. I could go maybe Bucky Irving, and I could go Josh Allen, but also I can just take whoever's on the board. I go Bijan Robinson. He'll kind of be my number one overall pick until I'm convinced otherwise. Oh, I have to start draft. There we go. Oh yeah, there's no timer. All right, we'll go Bijan. So Chase went 2, Saquon 3, Jefferson 4, St. Brown 5, Lamb 6. Makes sense so far. Gibbs went farther than I thought. I would thought he'd be closer to like number 5 or something. Wow, Genty went 11. That's actually kind of crazy. Nico, Brock Bowers went early, but that's understandable. Would have hoped that I could kind of sneak him in there, but that's fine. I'm sure Brock Bowers will be gone by like round 2, if not round 3 at the absolute latest. So I only have 60 seconds. This is gonna be actually quick. So Josh Jacobs is here. I'm not the highest on Josh Jacobs. So y'all know how much I love Bucky Irving, and I have to kind of like, I have to kind of like keep my word, right? I think what I'll do, because there are no receivers I absolutely love here. I think what I'll do is, I could do Omari Hampton next pick though. Oh no, I'm under pressure. See, that's why we practice. Although I gotta believe my word, I'm gonna go Bucky Irving, and then I was actually thinking I'd take my tight end here. I was thinking of taking Trey McBride here. Because really, outside of Brock Bowers and Trey McBride, maybe George Kittle, there's not really anyone else I would go out of my way to draft. So I'm gonna take my tight end here, Trey McBride. So far I have two running backs and a tight end. I'm not exactly sure how good of a fantasy strategy that is, but it's definitely interesting. The quarterbacks are going. Jaden just went. T. Higgins, JSN. Yeah, George Kittle just went, so probably wouldn't have had a chance to get a good tight end otherwise. Jalen Hurts went. Wow, Omari and Hampton's here. I really love the idea of drafting Omari and Hampton, but also I need a receiver. Um, and the options aren't great. I mean, I had the one overall pick, took a running back, had my second round pick, also took running back and tight end. So I mean, I'm kind of like, I kind of, uh, kind of made my own mess here, right? Uh, Receivers, I could take Mike Evans. I know Mike Evans will be consistent, but on a value basis, I wonder about Omarion. Oh man, oh boy. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, I did not mean to make myself have 27 minutes. So I'm just gonna go and quickly take. I'll take Mike Evans. Although we might. Oh, I have another pick. I forgot about that. Mike Evans. See, I'm not in love with this receiver room. Devonte Adams is probably the two behind Puka. That's kind of tough. Um, DK Metcalf might actually be a little bit underrated. I mean, he'll be the number one in Seattle, not Seattle. He'll be the number one in Pittsburgh, and yeah, he'll be the number one in Pittsburgh, and I think Aaron's gonna love throwing to him. So also Rasheed Rice could be interesting, but like Rasheed would be someone I'd more take a flyer on. I'm gonna go ahead and go DK Metcalf. I don't love it, but I have two running backs, I have two receivers, I have a tight end. So now I just need to take whoever. Oh, I keep doing that. I don't need to do that. I just need to take whoever I'm gonna take, and then just kind of go from there. Ooh, Tet just went. I would have taken Tet McMillan if he was there. Oh well, that would have been a value pick. Also, it says 28 minutes because every time I accidentally go back with my mouse pad, it kind of does that. But Travion Henderson is there, Isaiah Pacheco, Travis Hunter. Um, Honestly, what I think I'll do, and I actually don't know if I actually have 28 minutes left because it just says that. Okay, I have 30 seconds left. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is here. I actually kind of think Patrick Mahomes can have a really good season. I think he's gonna prove a lot of doubters wrong. There are gonna be a lot of people who think like, oh, Patrick Mahomes, he's overrated. He gets in these one score games. So I think he's gonna have a good season. Now I'm not making this pick with this assumption, but I think he'll be an MVP candidate and could possibly repeat his first year playing. So I'm gonna take Mahomes, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of a flyer here. I'm gonna go Jalen Waddle. And that kind of operates under the assumption that Tyreek Hill gets traded at some point. So Jalen Waddle will be the number one receiver. Is the operation. 1 second. Okay. Sorry. So now I have quarterback, two running backs, two receivers. Now I just need to fill in my flex and bench basically, and then kicker defense, which will save. Caleb Johnson, Myers. Or Brian Robinson's on the trade block. Maybe Maybe he'll be dealt. Cooper Cup is interesting. I already have a receiver though, like an extra receiver. So, um, if I really wanted to even out, I would go running back. Is Caleb Johnson the number one running back? No, who's the running back in Pittsburgh? I forget. It's not Caleb Johnson, is it? It's someone random. Shoot. Who's available at running back? Brian Robinson. Yeah, there's no one really great. Uh, Caleb Johnson, I guess. Oh yeah, I have another pick. I forgot. I mean, I actually kind of like the idea of Debo Samuel. I don't hate that. Ooh, Tyler Warren. I know that's a little bit of a reach, but I think he could be. Oh my gosh, I keep doing that because I'm trying to scroll, but then it like accidentally. Wait, how much time do I actually have? 30 seconds, basically. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take Tyler Warren. A little bit of a reach, but I think he has a solid backup tight end. And where is he? And yeah, if he's really good, he could be like trade bait. So Tyler Warren, Jacoby Myers went. Cooper Cup. Yeah, Jacoby Myers is also a pretty good pick because he's the number one in Oakland. So now I'm really just going for bench players, which is that's where the money's made, right? Eagles defense went. That's kind of crazy. At this point, I'm just trying to get value. I think like Jonnu Smith is someone who I also think is underrated, but this might be a situation. Do I just hoard the rookie tight ends? Just be like, I'll just hoard them and then like, whichever one's good, I'll keep. I can trade the other. I could, that would be pretty good. Kyle Pitts, right. Yeah, this is really I keep doing it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's actually what I'm gonna do. It would be interesting to see it play out in a real league. Which obviously, I mean, I guess theoretically we could see it play out, but I won't be competing against anyone. I'm gonna take Loveland. I'm gonna double down on the rookie tight ends, and then I'm gonna pick again. Oh my gosh, Amika's here. Yeah, Amika. If I get Amika in the 11th round, Amika in the 11th round is a freaking steal. Devin, I wish you were here to testify, but Amika Egbuka is just right there. Boom. All right, so far I'm going pretty young, which is fine. How many rounds are there? 15? Okay. It's not bad. So I'm just gonna need like kicker and defense. I'll take kicker and defense with my last two picks. I mean, I don't really care. I could also just waiver wire it. I honestly, yeah. So it's gonna be two and then two. Okay, so I'll take my remaining bench players and then I mean Kyle Pitts is here, but be buyer beware, right? I think I'm gonna take CJ Stroud and then maybe well Brandon Ayum is here, but honestly, Nick Chubb could be the running back one in Houston. That's interesting. I'm gonna take I know I'm taking CJ, I just don't know who else. Michael Pittman at why is Michael Pittman this low? I actually would have thought he's a little higher, but I guess I guess I'll take CJ. He's my backup. And then I guess I take do I take Michael Pittman or Keon Coleman? Just kind of bet on the potential. Um, I mean Keon's really supposed to be the wide receiver one in Buffalo. Based on like draft position things like that. It's a tough call, but I'll go Michael Pittman. We'll believe. Yeah, Kyle Pitts just went. Wouldn't regret that if I were this specific team. Now I'll just take. Not that I have to do this. Probably in a real fantasy draft, I could just take like I could just waiver wire these guys, but I'll take kicker and defense. Hopefully, I get Texans defense. That would be pretty cool. Perfect. I'll take Texans defense, and then my kicker. I mean, I really don't care. Oh shoot, did it again. I will go ahead and take Texans defense, and who do I want my kicker to be? Really, just whoever I want out of this group. You know what? I've been liking taking the Baltimore kicker, who's kind of the replacement for Justin Tucker. I think that'll be pretty fun. Jake Elliott just went Caleb Williams. All right. that was our draft. And this is my first fantasy team convert to league. Convert your draft into a sleeper league. Use a modern fantasy football app that keeps you connected with your friends. I mean, do I have to do that to see my team? Well, my team's here. So, oh, you can't even see my team. That's funny. We'll go ahead and move this. There we go. So, I have Mahomes as my quarterback. I have Bijan Robinson, Bucky Irving, Mike Evans, DK Metcalf, Trey McBride, Jalen Waddle, Caleb Johnson. Yeah, I was wondering who the Steelers like starting running back is. It's Jalen Warren. Oh, really? Oh, that's not gonna last long. Jalen Warren is gonna yeah, Jalen Warren will be benched in no time. So I don't think the Caleb Johnson pick was all that bad. Uh Tyler Bass, Texans defense. I got the two rookie tight ends. It'll actually be interesting because, like, especially if I don't get my tight end one, it might just be worth stacking the rookie tight ends. See, that's what I did last year in this draft. Um, that's what I did in last year's draft for this league, which is that I just stacked the rookie quarterbacks, that being Caleb Williams and James Daniels, and I just bet on wanting them to succeed, and that turned out to be Jaden. So maybe that's a good strategy this year. Although I think like there should be more rounds. Although I guess there just aren't that many teams, right? I mean, what is that? 5 bench slots? One, two, three, four, five. I guess that's normal. This seems pretty standard. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I will go ahead and what happens if I convert to league? Your new league is ready. Whoa. Okay. Well, we'll just do another draft. I'm not trying to necessarily leak my other fantasy leagues, although I don't really care. But let's do a different draft. We'll go ahead and delete this draft. Um, New mock NFL draft. Draft settings. All right, this will be Snake, PPR. We'll do 10 teams again. 60 seconds. And we roster settings, draft order. All right, so now I have the seventh pick. That's probably going to be way more realistic to where I'm actually picking in some of my drafts. And that's kind of a spot that I don't love being in because it's like, it's not a top pick, but it's also not one where you're going to get like back to back. Because like after this pick, I'll pick in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slots. So it's not exactly ideal. I'd rather have like the 10th pick and just go back to back. But either way is fine. It's good to practice. I mean, based on last draft, I mean, if what's his name? If Jahmyr Gibbs is here, I will snatch him. We'll see. I think at 7, I'll just take best player available. And then so Saquon went 1, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Jefferson, Bijan, Derrick Henry. I think this is Jahmyr Gibbs. It's also interesting that Amon-Ra St. Brown is still here, but I think this is the Jahmyr Gibbs. I guess this is nice as well because I could get Jahmyr Gibbs, and then I could maybe. Well, that's tough. I could get Brian Thomas. I could get Devon Achan. Maybe Brock Bowers. We'll see. I'll take Jahmyr Gibbs. Puka just went. Malik Nabers just went. Yeah, CMC. Devon Achan just went. Oh, Ashton Genty is here. That's really interesting. But I won't be able to get a receiver till later. That would probably be in the JSN area. JSN, T. Higgins. Shoot, I always do that. It might just be better actually. As flashy as Ashton Genty is, I already took a running back, so I think I'm just gonna go not quarterback. I could also go tight end. But I think I'm gonna go Brian Thomas. I think Brian Thomas could really explode. I mean, that's my rule. You cannot go wrong drafting an LSU wide receiver. Okay, Bucky Irving in the third. Whoever that person is really lucky. Oh wow, Trey McBride is here. Do I go Trey McBride in back-to-back drafts? Just to kind of like make it a little bit more diverse, I won't. I'm gonna go ahead. See, I think JSN is gonna be the number one receiver in Seattle, even ahead of Cooper Cup. So I might lean that. Actually, although realistically, I'd probably take Trey McBride actually. And with my next pick, I'll take either Garrett Wilson or like Marvin Harrison or something. Or I could take George Kittle later. Like take someone now. I'll take Trey McBride again. I guess Trey McBride is gonna be my fantasy darling, right? Yeah, Marvin Harrison just went. I wanted to take him. Now I'm gonna be stuck with Garrett Wilson or Jalen Hurts. Or Jaden. I mean, I can do that, I guess. I guess it doesn't hurt to take my quarterback, right? Um, I can go. Yeah, I'll go Jaden here. Jalen Hurts went. Maybe I should have taken Jalen Hurts, actually, with all the tush pushes. Didn't really think about that. Oh well. That's life. So my roster. Oh, y'all can't see anything. That's funny. Maybe my camera should be here. There we go. Um, so I have one quarterback, one receiver, one running back, one tight end, basically one of everything. Um, so I wanted everything, so it doesn't really matter what I do here that much. This might be a spot where I take a flyer on Rashee Rice. Um, Kenneth Walker's here. Maybe I double down on like Rashee Rice and then Xavier Worthy and just bet on one of them succeeding. Although there's a fantasy draft where I did that in 2023. I drafted both Sky Moore and Kadarius Toney, and they both flopped. So you never know how it goes. But I think here, unless I'm in love with James Conner, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I'll take Xavier Worthy. Just bet on one of these Chiefs guys, being really good. Technical Millen, that would have been a good pick as well. Travis Hunter. Baker Mayfield's not a bad backup quarterback if I wanted to just do that, but it's not the most practical. I took Jalen Waddle last draft, so I'll refrain from that this time, although he might just objectively be the best pick. Um, let's see. Is there anyone else? Maybe I can reach. Oh my gosh. I keep doing that. Oh my gosh. This was just that with my. Yeah, whatever. Aaron Jones. I think Jalen Waddle's objectively the best pick. Although I already have four receivers. What am I doing? I have three receivers. I need a running back. Gosh dang it. Uh, I'll just take best running back here, I guess. Or I can wait for like a rookie, but yeah, maybe I'll wait. Maybe I'll take like do I really want my running back to be Quinshon Judkins? I have 7 seconds left. I'm just gonna go Aaron Jones. I don't love that pick just generally, but it's whatever. Okay. Baker Mayfield's still here. I mean, who's really gonna say no to a solid backup quarterback? But I guess I don't need anything now. Except another flex spot. Chris Olave's here. I can take Caleb Johnson, Jordan Addison, who's gonna be suspended though, so that's kind of tough. Let's go. Let's see. I'll just take Chris Olave here. He doesn't have anyone throw him to him though. That's okay. I always feel like Chris Olave kind of disappoints in fantasy. I'm not exactly sure though. That's fine. We'll go Chris Olave. Although I need more running backs. Gosh dang it. I should have taken a running back. Whatever. We'll just stack on running backs here. I have every other position besides like kicker and defense. So, like, actually, there's no good running backs. Yeah, I think this is a horrible draft by me because I didn't really take care of the running back position. I have Jameer Gibbs and Aaron Jones. That is not ideal. That's okay. I mean, I guess I don't have to reach. I can just take some value guys later. Maybe I will go. I mean, I could go defense here. Maybe I can just like I don't know, it's kind of tough. I actually don't know what I'm gonna do here. I took too many receivers. That's the kicker. Am I really reaching for like Jordan Mason or something? I'm gonna let the CPU pick here. I have no clue what to do. Come on, Matthew Golden. Yes, another receiver. I guess I'll have a good receiver regardless. What? No, I'm not so. No, no, take me off auto. How do I go off auto? Uh, I want to actually make a pick. Is it gonna auto me again? I think I'm trapped in the auto zone. How do I get out? Oh, turn off auto pick. Okay, so I just auto picked like 3 picks. That's great. And my running back 3 is Jordan Mason. That's fine. That's the fun of it. Okay. Cameron Dicker wins. I have Steelers defense. That's amazing. And let's see. I mean, I could take Keon Coleman for the value. This was the same situation as last time, where it was between Pittman and Coleman. There's Brandon Ayuk. This is probably where I would go value and just like kind of reach for someone for whom I'm not exactly sure. Uh, I mean, I need more running backs, right? I'll take Nick Chubb. If Joe Mixon's hurt, he'll be the running back 1 in Houston. Okay. I still need a kicker, right? I'll take that last pick. I'm gonna go Jaden Blue and just hope he takes over in Dallas. Okay. So now I'll just take a kicker. I know I don't have to do that, but I'll take Fairbairn this time. Okay. So let's see my team. I have Jaden Daniels, Jameer Gibbs, Aaron Jones, Brian Thomas, Rashee Rice, Trey McBride, Xavier Worthy, Chris Olave, Fairbairn, Steelers, and then I think these are a couple auto-drafted guys. Matthew Golden, Chris Godwin, Jordan Mason, Nick Chubb, and Jaden Blue. Okay, very interesting. Also, if you're watching this, welcome to Football for Fun. I'm currently live streaming just some practice drafts. Just trying to get ready for fantasy football. Um, we'll go ahead and do one more. I'm trying to think. Let's do one more. I like just keeping it at 10 for the practices, even though like practically it could be something else. Let's just start a new draft. We'll do one more. I'll do one more practice draft. Loop PPR, 10 teams, 60 seconds. Uh, we'll save those changes. Draft order random. I have the 8th pick. All right, not that much better than or worse than the 7th pick I had earlier. Uh, at least that means I get to pick sooner. All right, let's start this draft. Chase went 1, Barkley, Jefferson, Bijan falling to the 4. Okay. Jameer Gibbs went. So you think about these mock drafts, these practices. I think the CPUs are just taking everyone or just taking anyone. Or no, I'm trying to say is that they're taking the same players at the same spots. I like CD, but I might reach a little bit. I'm gonna go Neighbors here actually. Hmm. Okay, here I think I'm gonna double down on receiver actually and go Nico Collins. Christian McCaffrey went. Brian Thomas. Y'all know how much I love Bucky Irving. He's gone, unfortunately. So I have 2 receivers, but I do need to get more running backs. Gosh dang it. I need more running backs. Gosh dang it. I like James Cook, actually. Let's go James Cook. We'll do James Cook. Oh, trade McBride again. I'm not going to do it for like the 3rd time in a row. We'll go Marvin Harrison. I really like Marvin Harrison. So just as I say, I need to do more running backs. I have three receivers and one running back. So James Conner, I guess, or David Montgomery, but we'll go James Conner. I need to make sure to get running backs. Okay, I'm up again. Now I think here I can just do whatever I want. I think I'll reach a little bit and take T Mac. I think he'll be pretty good. Okay. Travis Kelsey. Right. I like Jalen Waddle here, but I did him last time. Let's do uh oh shoot. Uh I already have a bunch of receivers. I need a running back. Yeah, let's do DeAndre Swift this time. I guess Swift will be the feature back in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. Uh let's do Quinshawn Judkins. We'll do a rookie here for a change. Okay. Diggs just went. Evan Ingram is here. Evan Ingram might actually be pretty good value for having waited for a tight end in like the ninth round. Can do Tyrone Tracy, Tyler Warren. Although if I'm gonna take a tight end, I might as well just go with my guy Tyler Warren, right? And okay, here I can go. Oh, I have not taken a quarterback yet. I kind of just realized that. That's fine. I'll go Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray as my quarterback. Although I wonder who else is available. It's all right. Loveland went. Okay. Let's go with Mika. I really like Mika, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, I really like him. Let's see. Maybe I'll go. Let's go. I don't know. I'll go J.K. Dobbins. I'm exactly sure. I know he'll probably get overtaken by R.J. Harvey, but maybe like early in the season there'll be value, like when he's starting. Okay, Brandon Ayum just went. Let's go Keon Coleman. I still need like kicker and defense. Okay, defense. We'll do Houston Texans. Dicker the kicker just went. And then I'll just get whatever kickers available. Let's do a random kicker because it doesn't really matter. Justin Tucker. Let's see. Let's go do Cam Little. Didn't he nail a 70-yarder the other day? All right. Well, that's my team. Kyler Murray, James Cook, James Conner, Malik Nabers, Nico Collins, Tyler Warren, Marvin Harrison, Tet McMillan is another flex, and then DeAndre Swift. Yeah, pretty good group. All right, I think I will call it a video. If you're watching, thank you all so much. If you're watching back, thank you for watching as well. Some practice fantasy football drafts. I'll probably do some more fantasy football content before the season when it really starts heating up. And then, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.